I am walking from an event, and here I was attacked by a mob. This was a mob, and most of them were black. I'm a black life. They were willing to fight me or attack me. I'm black. Black Lives Matter has not come out and said, look, stop attacking people for their First Amendment right.
Chaos after President Trump's speech Thursday. And that was Democrat Georgia Representative Vernon Jones speaking about his experience with the mob. A lot to talk about with my panel tonight. Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, along with civil rights attorney and the host of the Leo Terrell podcast. Leo Terrell joins me now. All right, guys, what's amazing about what we just saw is a Democrat representative who is black being attacked by white individuals protesting and telling him that Black Lives Matter, but ignoring him, which is kind of contraindicated, wouldn't you say, Congressman Gaetz?
No doubt. Tweet the wrong thing, they'll cancel you on the line. Back the wrong candidate, they'll attack you in the streets. But this is the sign of Joe Biden's America. It's an America in surrender, where we surrender our streets to the mob, where we surrender our trade policy to China, and the rest of our lives to big government. It's just ironic that Joe Biden wants a government so weak that it can't protect people who simply want to be able to walk home, but so strong that it could make operating a business or opening a school illegal.
Well, and Leo, I mean, the fact that this is a congressman, not a state representative from Georgia, and they're yelling at him, the Black Lives Matter. I mean, what did they think, that because he was walking out of a Republican event that he wasn't entitled to walk out without being harassed or threatened or menaced?
Well, let me just tell you this, Judge. This extreme side of the Democratic Party is a cancer. They hate anybody. It doesn't make a difference what your color is. If you are pro-America, pro-God, pro-country, pro-Trump, you're going to be attacked. It doesn't make a difference if you are black, white, your age, young or old. And what is amazing about this is Joe Biden has made a deal with this extremist group. You have the president talking about law and order. This group does not want law and order. They want chaos. The president is going to go to Wisconsin to talk to law enforcement. Joe Biden is going to have to get permission from Antifa, from these extreme Black Lives Matter. Black Lives is a joke because they only care about those individuals who they can make a profit from. They don't care about Ann Dorn losing her husband. They don't care about that black Milwaukee man who was a Trump supporter who got assassinated. This group is chaos. It's a cancer on this country. We have to vote Republican, and Democrats have to vote for Donald J. Trump.
You know, Congressman, the whole idea of frightening people, you know, like saying, you know, you can't come out of your homes, you can't do this and you can't do that because of the pandemic. And now we're hearing maybe staying home was not the right idea to begin with. But I guess that's a whole other issue. But I mean, this is another thing where people are being frightened. And when there's fear, there's control. And that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? Control everyone.
Yes, the lockdowns and the riots are connected. And Joe Biden just last week said that he would lock America down again. And we've seen that could have the tendency to lead to even more civil discord. And maybe that's what Joe Biden really wants, because, you know, you saw in the Republican convention our desire to build America up, not burn her down. You saw during our convention the celebration of American life, of American success, American law enforcement, our military, our borders, our culture. With the Democrats, it seems they want to make us ashamed of America. They want to make us believe that this isn't a country worth loving, so that they can replace our country with something far more dangerous and radical, dangerous for the regular folks that just want to be able to walk safe streets and engage in free, open, and fair commerce.
You know, Judge, if I may
say, Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, what I was about to say, just to echo, what hurts me as an American and as a former Democrat is that the Democrat playbook was to allow American cities to burn because they thought it was going to work. As you said in your opening statement, the polls have said the American public is fed up with it. And they know that the Democrats were going to allow that to happen. And that's why the polls are shifting to President Trump. But it hurts me as an American that they would sacrifice cities, individuals, murders, arson to try to win an election. And they were conned because the American public has rejected that.
And it's even worse. They didn't just sacrifice, they were silent about it. They said nothing. And it wasn't until they saw the numbers go up for President Trump that they said, gee, maybe we ought to come out and make a statement. They said, this is not what America is supposed to be like. But Congressman Gaetz, look, you work in Washington. The Washington police or the D.C. police were not there. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing police not being deployed. And there are so many people that I knew were at the president's acceptance speech who were harassed and menaced. I mean, I could name 5 people right now who called me afterward. They were petrified. This is the mayor saying that they can't be deployed.
Defund the police is not just a political slogan or a hashtag. It is a policy being implemented around our country in Democrat cities by Democrat mayors, and it's a policy that's making Americans less safe, all for the sake of wokeness. Well, I'm not here for the woke-topia, and Joe Biden's barely awake, so he's going to let these radical elements of the Democratic Party take over, hurt our country, and if we lose America, the sad thing is Joe Biden might not even notice.